Hello, hello.
Hi. I think that is the first time I wasn't laughing
I was kind of waiting
before.
for you. I was waiting for you to laugh, but you didn't. So then I just went on.
I think this is really the first time, I think.
Very nice. Very nice.
See, I can be mature.
It reminds me of Bean. Now he stopped barking and jumping so much. I just compared you to my dog.
Listen, if I'm gonna be compared to a dog, that's the one.
I mean, animals are, I think it's actually a big compliment to be compared to an animal.
I think so. Bean is
Yeah,
adorable.
he is. Thank you.
He's a sweet boy.
He is, and he has really matured a lot. Like now, he just like I taught him to just like lean on me when I come in, and
Yeah.
he just leans so hard against me. It's like I just feel his urge that he wants to jump, but I've taught him that this is the way to express it, so it's okay. So it's really nice.
Look
Yeah,
at him.
he's good. Yeah,
He is
he's very chill.
very, very
Yeah,
sweet.
he's he's nosing around the gate outside. I hope everything will be okay. It'll be okay. All right. So I'm Selene Castrovilla.
I'm Pascal.
You always sound like you want to kill yourself the way you say that. Be a festive cheer when you say your name.
Pascal.
There you go. And this is Life in Jest, a show where we subscribe to Chaucer's sage words in the Canterbury Tales. Many a true word hath been spoke in jest. Okay.
I've never read that.
I think we've been through this.
Have
I
we?
don't worry.
Have I admitted that
I,
before?
I think we have, but I don't think you really need to read it because it's just more of like a case study of the times, but not really. It's not really relevant anymore. Nobody come after me. I like it when people use it for adaptations. They make their own thing out of it, a modern spin
Yeah.
on it. Like Chuck Palahniuk used it. I think it was Ghost. Was that his book? Ghost. He
Yeah,
used
I think
the
so,
Canterbury
right?
Tales for. I believe so. He used that as a model. So I love it when people do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But don't know what you really learned from the Canterbury Tales by reading it. I think if you hear about, oh, it's a tale of travelers on a pilgrimage and they all do these tales, I think that suffices.
It is one of those things that, you know about,
Yeah,
like basically,
yeah.
so you don't really need to read it.
I don't think you do unless you have some burning need, and people do. But
Yeah, you never know. It depends on my mood. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
make sure you don't read it in Middle English. Make sure you get the more
No,
modern one.
I, no, that would be terrible.
It was awful. When that April in Sota. See, I can do it. The drought of March hath pierced it to the rota. All right.
Good gravy.
It's a lot. Well, last week we missed you, but my friend Lynn Marie filled in and she had a lot of really spooky stuff. I'll tell you one thing. Guess where did I tell you this? Or maybe I did. She went somewhere really far. She went to go see
Yeah, you tell me.
she went to go see Vlad the Impaler's grave in Romania. Like,
Yeah,
really?
I mean,
Wow.
that's pretty
That's
cool.
that's a dedication. That's a dedication, right?
Yeah, I love that. I would
I
do
think
that.
yeah, I mean, I would, but I don't know. I do have a lot of things on my list. I don't know at what point I would get there.
I do too.
Yeah.
There are so many places that I want to go, and that would be one of those things. Besides you, I don't know who else would want to go there with me.
No.
There's a lot of places I want to go that people do not want to go.
No, it would be fun, but maybe like in conjunction with some other place at the same time. I feel like going all that way just to go to Romania sounds I don't know.
No, yeah, I would want to do something else too.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if it's safe there right now in that area of the world either. I don't know. I could be
I don't
completely wrong.
know.
Isn't
I
it
have
by
no
the
idea.
Ukraine?
I
I
know I
don't
curse too much, but guess what? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't
I
know
don't
where
know.
anything is.
I feel like it is, but I could be wrong. I could be.
Geography is not my strong suit.
Me
I don't know
neither.
where anything is.
As good as I am, with literature and writing, all these literary things and history. A lot of history, not all history, but that's how bad I am with geography and all that.
Yeah,
I
me
I
too.
don't even when I am walking. Okay, if there's two choices, like just to, turn left or right, I will invariably choose the wrong way. The other day, I was driving and I was certain I had to go toward Elmont. But I was certain that Elmont was. I'm like, why is the GPS telling me this other way? So I turned against the GPS. I'm like, I'm sure it's this way. And believe it or not, I was wrong. It was the other way. I don't know why, but it felt so right to go the other way.
Sometimes it does. See, that's the one place, obviously, I grew up there, so
Yeah. Well,
I always
I was
know
in.
how to get to
Yeah.
Elma.
Yeah. Right. Well, but I mean, in a few moments, I realized because the GPS straightened me out. But the GPS can be wrong sometimes. The GPS will sometimes send you in a further way, than you need to go. Like it doesn't want to ever tell
Like
you to
when we
turn
were
right.
in, where were we, Salem?
Yeah.
And it
Well,
did that. You were like, let's just go right here. And
yeah.
you were
That
absolutely
was
right.
ridiculous because we were walking, and I knew that it wanted us to walk the whole perimeter of the dock. That it just to turn around and go the other way. Yeah, I don't know, but I just have and I knew that because I saw where we needed to go, basically. I'm like, this is wrong. But I also knew that it wanted us to walk to the water, and I knew the ice cream shop wasn't in the water. That I was pretty sure of.
I know. If it's somewhere I don't know, I will absolutely follow it. I will not
Yeah.
question it. You were right to question it, but I get so nervous with directions
I
if
know
I'm
it is a lot.
unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. I wish I could be better at that, but you either have a sense of direction or you don't. I don't think you can
yeah,
ever really learn it.
I absolutely don't.
Yeah, it's bad. But anyway, so we're going to do like a kind of a Halloween adjacent thing here, like other things surrounding Halloween. Oh, but I do have something really cool I wanted to share with you. I forgot. Where is it? Let's see if I can get it. Hold on. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good. Let's see.
Why?
Because I went in my email to find the thing I want to read you because I think you'll love this. It's
Well,
really
yeah,
interesting.
that's, I like that. Go ahead.
Yes, but where is it? That's the question.
I don't know.
Hold on. I found it today, and for God's sake, I only emailed it to myself today. How far could it have gotten? Right? Here it is. I
Yeah.
got it. I got it. Okay. So, you know how, of course, because we've talked about this, about how there were two Darrins on Bewitched.
Yeah. Dick
But did you,
Sargent and Dick York.
yeah, but did you know why Dick York left?
I feel like I did know this at some point. Was he
Well,
sick?
Well, kind of. Not. I mean, all right. I'm going to read it to you. Today I saw it in a Facebook post from a Facebook friend named Michael Salmon, and I told him that I was going to talk about it on the podcast and credit him. So I am crediting him. Michael Salmon put this in there, and it's a
Go,
very
Michael.
go Michael. Because I never really thought about it. I just accepted there were two Darrins. I mean, like we always question why would that suddenly happen, but I never really thought to think about I never thought to investigate what happened to the other guy. So I'm going to just read you his post. Okay. So it says Dick York collapsed on the set of Bewitched one afternoon, not from exhaustion, but from years of untreated pain that he'd been hiding behind his smile. To America, he was the perfect TV husband, the charming, bewildered mortal married to a magical wife. Every night, millions watched Bewitched and laughed as Darrin Stevens tried to keep his life normal while married to a witch, which I think is ridiculous. Embrace the witch.
I didn't find him charming. I found him stupid. Like, who would want to
Just read
not
up.
live like that?
We're trying to be nice
Go
to this
ahead.
man because he
I'm
collapsed.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
What?
did like that
It was
Darren.
a
I liked the
stupid.
first Darren.
Yeah, I did too. I liked the first one better. Yeah, he had more character.
Yes.
But I don't understand why, if you're going to marry a witch, why not just look? She's a witch. You might as well embrace what you can get out of it. What is the problem?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you make your life easy?
Doesn't even make sense. But what about if we made a modern one and she doesn't want to be a witch because she's trying to be like, just like I don't. That doesn't work either. No,
I know,
forget it.
but it would make more sense than somebody else not wanting to.
Maybe she's trying to hide it from their kid. Maybe the kid's older and she's like, I don't want my kid to see this, or so I don't know. Never mind. It's a whole different thing. And let's face the facts. This is not going to happen. Okay, but off camera, Dick York's own life was slipping into something that no magic could fix. The path began before Hollywood. In 1959, while filming They Came to Cordora with Gary Cooper, York was in a scene hauling railroad ties when one of them slipped. The other actors let go, but he didn't. The tie wrenched in his back, tearing muscles and damaging his spine. He fainted
Ew.
from the pain on the spot. Doctors said he'd be fine after rest, but he wasn't. York lived with agony every day after that. Muscle spasms that felt like lightning through his body. This is very dramatic. Sleepless nights, painkillers just to stand. You could probably see where this is going. When
Yeah.
Bewitched began in 1964, well, that was a while after. He told no one how bad it was. Well, of course he didn't, because he wanted the job, right? The pain was always there, he said later. I just smiled through it. You learn how to smile through anything when you need the job. On set, he hid it so well that even co star Elizabeth Montgomery didn't realize the extent of his suffering. Remember she played Lizzie Borden?
Yeah.
That's funny, right? Only,
Yeah.
only if you connect our episodes. When the pain, and did you know, we talked about this too, I think. She was actually related to Lizzie Borden.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's interesting too.
And they also had a statue. We didn't see it though, of her in Salem.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't see it.
I
Was
don't
it in
know. I think
Salem?
we got
No,
kind of.
no, I don't think that
I
was in
thought
Salem. Wouldn't that be in? Wouldn't that be in that other
in
place?
Fall River.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe. I'm sorry,
it had to
but
be because that's
either
where she
way, we
was.
didn't see it.
No, and did you know there's a Titanic museum in Fall River?
No. Wow. We missed a lot.
Yeah, Lynn went there. She said
No,
she's like it's world renowned. Like
it
I forget
might
what the
have been in Salem because she was a witch too. I mean, her big role was being a witch.
well, I think that's a little cheesy though, but all right. Maybe you're right. Maybe it wasn't
I
Salem.
mean,
Yeah,
parts of Salem were pretty cheesy.
they were. All right. Well, I think Salem has taken enough. You should see the comments I get when I boosted the thing about the Salem Witch Museum. People either love what I wrote or they just are very angry.
Internet people
Yeah,
are so angry.
yeah, they can be. They're like keep the name out your mouth. Like like, I'm like,
Wow.
it's just my opinion. I'm not actually going to close the museum down. I don't think I have that power. I just don't think it even has the right to be called a museum, frankly.
Who gets that angry over? Like, who
People
cares?
get very angry. But then some people, when I talk to them, they actually apologized. Messages
Really?
back and forth. Yeah. They were like, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have called you stupid.
I never have the urge. You know what stops me? Occasionally I'll want to comment on something. Very rarely, though. But I'll see all those comments, like a million comments, and I'm like, who's gonna read it? Who cares?
Oh, they read them because people comment on the comments. They do. They do. But
Good.
I know. But
pe-
this
I
guy
don't
was like,
have that kind of time. Like,
I know.
who
Well, it
has
can
that
be
kind of
interesting.
time?
Well, I go through them. When the comments to me, I try, but the comments with the Karen Reed stuff are the worst. Like everybody's like, she's guilty. I'm like, you still think she's guilty? And then my comment to everyone back is, did you actually watch the trial? Because clearly you didn't. But in any case, what did I want to say? Oh, the Salem Witch Museum. What did I want to say about it? I just said the guy said my blind friends like it, right? I'm like, well, it kind of proves my point about it. That is best for the blind people, right?
Because right, because
Because
those
it is a
things.
good thing. It actually was interesting to listen to, but do you have to go there to listen to it? You could just listen to that recording for all you're getting out of it, right?
Yeah, plus those things look like they're from 1962.
Well, the people like, well, if you're blind, you're just listening. It was an
Right.
interesting thing. I hope I don't get yelled at. I'm not dissing blind people. I'm just saying that they
No,
they don't really need to be there to hear that recording. They could hear that recording anywhere. That's what I mean.
so could anybody.
Right. Right. Like the actual visuals were very lame. That's what I really meant.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were.
And then in the second part, it's like, hello, like, so whatever. That's all that to say. People comment a lot. Okay. So Dick, where'd he go? When the pain flared, he'd lean against the walls, take deep breaths, and keep rolling. He joked, ad-libbed, charmed his way through the lines while barely able to move. Really? I thought he was hooked on painkillers. Okay. Well, I guess it was pain, not painkillers. I'd tell myself, one more take, Dick, just one more. But by the third season, his body began to fail him. The painkillers stopped working. He started fainting between scenes. Then one day, during a long shoot, he tried to stand and couldn't. He collapsed mid-scene. Crew members carried him off set. He never returned.
Oh
Dear.
my God.
That's worse. I guess I didn't read it right. I thought he was hooked on painkillers, but it's actually the opposite. Oh, I guess he was
Yeah,
addicted. I guess he was addicted because the next sentence says he was, but 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 it was just the pain itself. Wow, they carried him away. And he never returned. That's like the Oompa Loompas when they took those kids,
that's right.
right? Oh my God.
Oh, that poor guy. That's terrible.
ABC replaced him quietly with no public explanation. Most fans didn't even know he'd left because of injury. They just saw a new Darrin, they said later. But I knew, oh, sorry. They just saw a new Darrin, he said later. But I knew I'd lost my life's work. Well, I don't know if you'd call being Darrin your life's work. Jesus. Maybe he meant because he couldn't
No,
act anymore. Maybe that's what he meant.
yeah.
Did you know that Darrin was spelled Darrin?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's a surprise. I thought it was En.
I thought it was
Uh,
Ian too, I think.
well, Darrin, not that Darrin. Not according to this, and they have a quote from him, but who knows? But I don't know. That's all I can say is I'm reading this thing. His career ended overnight. He was only 40. Didn't he look older than 40?
I thought he looked around that.
Yeah. All right. Maybe I'm wrong. I stand
I
corrected.
also, it was harder times then.
That's right. I suppose. He said he was 40, jobless, in constant pain, and addicted to pain medication, which apparently didn't work. He sold his home, moved his family into a small trailer, Jesus,
Oh, God.
and spent years trying to recover. At one point, he said, we had nothing but love and a lot of bills. Jeez.
Wow.
But the hidden story of Dick York isn't tragedy, it's grace. He got clean. He refused to let bitterness define him. Pain is part of life, he said, but so is gratitude. Oh, he sounds like he's at a meeting. From his
Right?
bed, he began volunteering, making phone calls for a charity that helped the homeless. He started Acting for Life, an organization that raised money for the poor. His living room became his office, his bed, his desk. I may not be able to walk far, he said, but I can still do good. I like that. And he
Wow,
lived
that's
that way.
great.
Yeah, he lived that way until the end, quietly, humbly, helping strangers while fighting chronic pain and emphysema from years of smoking. Jeez,
Oh, good Lord.
I know. When asked if he missed fame, he smiled. I miss standing. I don't miss pretending. Interesting. Dick York's
Wow.
story, yeah, I know, interesting, right? Dick York's story isn't about a fallen star. It's about a man who refused to let pain make him cruel. He once said, you can't pity yourself forever. Sooner or later, you stand up in your heart, even if you can't stand up in your body. That's a nice quote. And
Yeah.
that's what he did. The man who vanished from America's happiest sitcom and spent the rest of his life proving that kindness doesn't need a spotlight. I like that. I don't know if it
That's
was really America's happiest sitcom, though. Was it?
no, I don't think so.
Not at all.
I mean, it wasn't sad, but it
Wait a
wasn't
minute.
like
What's a happy one from those days?
from those days.
Maybe none.
No, there must have been. I mean, I don't know. The ones I'm thinking of are probably a little earlier than that. I
Was
mean,
Leave It to Beaver happy?
yeah, Leave It to Beaver, Gidget, um,
Gidget. Yeah,
Make
Gidget.
Room for Daddy. These two were all
Yeah.
very happy.
Yeah.
Their problems were like, the milkman didn't come or whatever. That's obviously not it, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
The
they
milkman
didn't
didn't
have
come.
any, like, it was never anything that bad.
Value.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
you know, the
Well, yeah, I
Brady
know they.
Bunch.
No, that was later, though.
I know, but still, that happy.
Well,
They were,
their problems everything got solved in half an hour. That's why I really envied them.
and they
Yeah.
weren't real
Well,
terrible
I mean,
problems.
if you're looking at it like that, I mean, Bewitched also kind of had that. Everything did get solved. It didn't strike me
Yeah,
as that happy. Like I don't know, they
no,
kind
I
of seemed
mean,
a little miserable. Some of them, like Endora, not a happy one,
she was a cranky lady.
not a happy woman at all.
I love that lady. She's this character in this movie with Betty Davis, Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte. And she
Mm.
is so fun. She's not supposed to be funny, but her
Yeah.
character is the best.
Wow.
Yeah, she plays this at like her. Betty Davis's maid, and she's just like, I don't know, she's like a craggly, grumpy, I don't know. She's just great.
All right. Well, I would say I watch that, but I'm lying. I won't. I don't even watch anything anymore. I just don't have time. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
I
it's a
just don't.
great movie. It's one of my favorites.
I just, I just can't see that happening. I have a long list of things that I'll never see.
I know. I'm also pretty behind. There's so much I want to watch. It's never going to happen.
And like High Potential, I have to say High Potential is not as good this season as it was last season, but I still like it. Uh, but I did
I
see,
like it, but
yeah,
I mean, it's the same shit every week, you know.
yeah. And I knew, I don't know how I knew, but like the last one I watched, I when they
No
showed,
spoilers, though,
no,
remember.
no, no, no spoiler, but the person that did it, like obviously I didn't know he did it or she, whoever it was, that they. All right, I was just going to edit that. The person that did it, that I didn't know did it yet. I saw the person and I'm like, they did it. And I was right. Like I just knew. And like
Yeah,
I understood why. Like I don't like when I know that. Like I mean I know it just happens sometimes. Like I think because I'm a writer and I could just but I just knew, oh damn it. The whole thing's ruined for me now because I know it. And I was right.
yeah.
So but
Well,
what are
I
you gonna do?
mean,
But I didn't see this week's yet. But I don't and it's fine. I mean
I don't think I saw this
but
week's
all
either.
right, I'm sorry, this is going to sound very, I don't know what, but her eyebrows drive me insane. Her eyebrows.
Yeah, I don't love them either.
She didn't dye them or something. Like they're so dark. If you're going to dye your hair, dye your damn eyebrows.
You know, it's funny because obviously she's been on TV for so long. I don't remember her eyebrows looking like that.
This is a new development. Her eyebrows were the same color as her hair or some light. I don't know if they were the same color as her hair, but they were not this dark. This is a new development. It's like, what are you doing, lady? Why
Yeah,
would you
I don't know.
just don't dye your hair? Make yourself a brunette or something, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
It's called not dyeing your eyebrows anymore because it's the only
I know.
explanation. It's startling and it takes me out of watching the show because I'm staring at her eyebrows.
They don't bother me that much, but I definitely noticed that they were different. I
No,
don't,
yeah,
and I don't particularly care for them, but what are you gonna do?
I just I don't get it. But all right, I don't know. I just had to say that because it's distracting.
I know, but I love her. I mean,
She's great.
listen, if anybody hasn't watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that is possibly one of the funniest shows I have ever seen in my life. It's not for everybody.
It's very wrong.
You gotta be
It's
a
so
little
wrong.
mean.
It's so wrong that show.
I
It's
know,
so
but
wrong.
it is so funny.
You could say, but it's so right.
It is.
Yeah,
I
it is.
mean,
It's really funny, but after a while, I'm like, oh my god, I need to take a shower or something.
oh
It's
my
very
God,
upsetting.
I used that show for an English class for a presentation I
Oh
once
my
did.
god, that's funny.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
it is
know.
very funny. And when Danny DeVito joined, it got even better. You know, like
Yeah,
he's just so funny.
and I
You
have
know,
to tell you, so, I obviously went to college a little later, and so everybody in the class was much younger than me, but they could all relate.
of course,
It
yeah,
worked, yeah. So
yeah.
whatever.
A college is fine to present that with. Everybody's old enough. You know, you wouldn't want to present that
Yeah,
in like high school, even because you can get in trouble. But
yeah, I probably would have done that anyway.
you would have,
Some
or you
kind.
wouldn't have.
Yeah, I would have,
Oh my
absolutely.
god, wow.
Listen, I'm kind of a jerk like that.
Yeah. Oh, well. All right.
Anyway, let's
So
get. We're
no.
already way off.
Well, we did.
Sorry.
No, we're not. I did the Darren thing was sort of interesting because it was a spooky show, so it counts.
Yes, that's true, and that was
Yeah.
interesting. That's a very
Okay.
interesting story. And wow, that's a good human being. Everybody
Yeah.
should be that amazing.
Yeah.
That's an
It's
amazing
true.
thing to do.
It is. It's nice that, like, I'm sorry that he was in pain and all that, but it's nice that at least he didn't let that define him. That was good.
No, and he still helped others, which is really that's
Yeah.
great.
I think that's really good. We should definitely all. That's an example to follow. Don't let your circumstances define you, and always do good. You know,
Yes,
do good.
absolutely.
Okay, so we decided we were going to do like Halloween adjacent stuff, but My notes are completely scattered because I tried cutting and pasting like 10 minutes before we were going to record because I did so much today but I should have, I should have done first. I always think I have time still. I never learn that I should first do the research that I need to do for today and then do other things that could be for tomorrow. But instead, no. So, well. And I was asking ChatGPT for stuff and he got all flustered too because I was asking him, give me every adjacent holiday.
He was like, "Ooh, I've got the vapor."
Come on. All
There's
right.
a lot
So
of them.
there are, but
I did like 5 seconds of research, because
right.
that's as far as I'll go. But yeah, but they're all very similar.
They are, but they're from different cultures. Well, I think what's interesting is that All Saints' Day was created to erase. I can't. Hold on. I have to see how to pronounce the other one. Do you know how to pronounce it? Hold on.
What is it?
I had it. Well, I can't say it.
Which
I was trying
one?
to say. Well, hold on. Starts with an S. Hold on.
Yes.
Yes.
I have
They
no
made
idea.
Samhain or Saw. I don't know. This one says Samhain, but it's been written a few ways. It's Samhain. You didn't see that one? That's the pagan
No.
one. That's the original
Yes, I
Halloween.
feel like I've heard of that,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to say it.
I went to a ritual for this when I was in LA. We did
Cool.
a whole thing. Yeah, my friend Marie and I went with other people, and so we did a whole thing. It's very misunderstood, but it's Gaelic. They made Well, there's a couple things about All Saints' Day. It depends on where you look. First, All Saints' Day. One source said that it was in May, and then they moved it to November to try to get rid of. I think I'm saying it wrong still. Samhain, but I saw it written somewhere else differently. But whatever, Samhain it is. It sounds like
Okay.
Halloween, Samhain. But so one source says the Catholic Church moved All Saints' Day from May to November, trying to wipe it out to Christianize the celebration of spirits. But another source said that they created All Saints' Day, like it wasn't in May. You know what I mean? They just created a day in November. But either way, they were definitely, everybody agrees they were trying to wipe out the pagan celebration. But it didn't really work. People kind of blended the two, and that's how you wound up with Halloween, because it's kind of a blending of the two, So that is interesting. But I do think Halloween really is more toward the pagan thing, I think, because they had a lot of the celebrating other people that died, spirits and this and that. And then the other one is the Day of the Dead, which is is it Spanish? All Spanish people, or is it a certain place? Mexico, is it? Do you know?
I feel like it was in different places, but like it basically, I wish
Or
I
is it?
had written this down. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had that. I
I
looked it
probably
up
have it here
and
somewhere. Yeah.
yes, I feel like it was though, but I could be getting it confused because I looked up all souls, all saints, but
Yeah.
they were all, I mean, they're all similar.
Very similar. Yeah, yeah. Well, it says here its roots trace back to pre-Hispanic indigenous rituals. So Aztec I know. This other one, I don't know. Nahua. Have you heard of that?
Nahua. No.
Yeah. Well, that's another indigenous people besides Aztec, which somehow got left behind because I've only heard of Aztec.
Yeah.
But so that's interesting. So although it's associated now, with Hispanic, but actually it traces back to pre-Hispanic. That's interesting. And then after Spanish colonization, the tradition merged with Catholic observances of the dead. So again, we have the Catholic, well, because there are a lot of Hispanic Catholics for sure. I
Oh
think
yeah,
I think
definitely.
they outnumber any other Catholics, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. So I'll just go to that since I'm reading that. That is, I'm remembering what I read, that it's not exactly what I'm looking at, but that is on November. The Day of the Dead is actually 2 days.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
here.
I knew.
And the first one is to honor the children that are lost. Dia de los Innocents. Oh, they call the children innocents. I love that. And
That
November
is
2nd
nice.
is for the adults. Yeah, they are innocents. That's absolutely right. And it overlaps with the Christian holidays All Saints Day and All Souls Day. I do not know the difference between All Saints Day and All Souls Day. Do you?
Yeah, well, All Saints Day is to honor
Oh, the
saints,
saints.
and All Souls Day is like honoring the dead.
Wow. Yeah, the names do say it all.
Yeah,
Are they the same day? No.
I don't
I
think
don't know when
so. I wish I
when did
remembered all this stuff. Like
All
I
Saints
literally
Day
just
is the
read those.
one. I think all. My God, it's such
Isn't
these
All
notes
Saints
are.
Day no, of November 1st?
I think so. When is All Souls Day then?
I don't know.
Maybe
I
let me
didn't
bring my
even
phone up.
realize till the other day that I'm on my phone, so I can't look it up. But
Right.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize that they were two different things. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, for going back to Samhain, they
I definitely
they
have to look that
actually
up after.
they actually tried to make it, they tried to demonize it literally. They tried to say that it was demonic in origin, but this is not true. Let's see. This misbelief was caused by Charles Valency, a British amateur historian, the key is amateur, and military surveyor. It says that in 1762, he visited Ireland and wrote extensively about the country's history and culture. He argued that Samhain did not actually translate as summer's end, which it actually does. So it's really to mark the end of summer and the beginning. They're only marking two seasons, like summer and winter. So it's like the summer's end and the beginning of winter. That's what it really is meant to do. But he said that it translated as the Celtic god Baalzeb, which means Lord of Death. Like,
Oh
I
my.
guess, like, what is that?
Beelzebub?
Beelzebub? Beelzebub,
Beelzebub.
yeah. I guess it's like that, but Baalzeb. But he really got it wrong, and he messed up for everybody, the whole thing, you know?
Isn't that happens so often?
So ridiculous,
It is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous because the Celts, am I saying it right? Celts or Celts?
I think so. No, I think it's Celts.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's
Because,
Celtic, isn't
no,
it?
wait, but I don't know, but isn't there a team called the Boston Celtics?
Celtics.
Are they not
Yeah, no.
Celtics? It's
No, I
different?
don't think so. I think
Oh
so.
my God. This is good.
I don't know.
My pronunciation is right up there with my directional abilities. I'm very bad.
I
I
don't
will,
know. Usually I'm good at it, but I don't know.
well, all right. Well, the Celts, we're going to go with that, did not believe in the
I'm pretty
concept of
sure it's
heaven and
Celtic. Yeah.
okay. It says they did not believe in the concept of heaven and hell, and demons did not exist for them. So Christianity is more about that than them, and
Yeah.
they were the ones that literally got demonized and
Yeah.
really they tried to erase their whole thing. I mean, it's just another example of trying to erase people's things. You find something, you criticize it, and you just want it gone. Like whatever happened to just being chill with everybody? It's really disgraceful to erase people's rituals and their customs and it just leave them alone, you know?
Yeah. I don't know what difference
God.
it makes to these people.
Oh, it's just over and over again we hear this, don't we? So
Yeah,
Sam
because
we
people can't mind their own fucking business. That's what it is. They've got to get in other people's
they want
business
to wipe
and
people
just,
out and they want to make people be like they feel they're superior. They want to make everybody obey what they do. Like who cares anyway?
by
You
the
know?
way, for 2 seconds I thought you said white people. I was like, what
No,
happened?
I did not
How
say
this
that.
conversation turn like that?
Did not.
And
No.
then I'm like, no, she said white. I thought it was so weird. I was like, why did she say that?
No. I don't even. What did I say instead of white? What was the word that I said?
Wipe,
While.
wipe,
A wipe.
wipe.
Yes. 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 Wipe. All right. Let's see. So they still celebrate it. They call them neo pagans, but I know people call themselves Wiccans, and Wiccans
Yeah,
celebrate this to commemorate the ancient festival neo pagan. Neo pagans. I don't like that. It sounds like neo Nazi or something. I don't know.
I
I'm
know
not
it
into
kind
that.
of does.
Either call yourself a pagan or call yourself Wiccan. You don't have to be neo. You can just be pagan. It's okay. See, I've
I
given
know.
permission. It's okay. It's okay.
Listen, maybe they were that before the neo-Nazis. We don't know. Maybe
But
neo-Nazis ruined, like they ruined everything. I
they
mean,
do. They do ruin everything. So, well, these, I'm just going to say pagans, recreate rituals to honor ancestors and spirits. I'm pretty sure that this starts on Halloween night, the 31st, and it goes through till sundown on the 1st. But I don't know where I put that. I have it here somewhere. It's one of the 4 Gaelic harvest festivals. And the other 3, I'm quite sure you've never heard of, and I'm quite sure I'm going to say them wrong. Imblach, Bealtaine, and Lugnast.
Yeah, nope. Never heard of any of them.
Lugnasta. That sounds like I don't know. And it marks the end of summer and start of winter. Pagans, Wiccans, Druids, and witches take part in this ancient celebration. Okay. Oh, I like Druids. I don't know anything about them, really.
I don't either.
You know? Interesting. It was primarily observed in England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, northern France, and the Isle of Man. It also has other names depending on the region. Druids and Wiccans call it Caelan Gaif or Nos Caelan Gaif. Boy, the Welsh call it Nas Sign Calan Gal. Dear. And pagans recorded it as a spiritual new year. So it was really their new year. And some people call it the witches' new year. So that's cool.
That is cool.
There's more thing. Oh, God. The Celtic calendar marks Samhain as the end of the year. The Gaulish Caligny calendar calls it the Trinoxton Samhain, meaning 3 nights of the end of summer. I like that. I like that could be the name of a book, 3 nights of the end of summer. I don't know what kind of a book that would be, but
I don't know, but I like it.
And so this did evolve into Halloween, partly because of the whole thing with the All Souls.
So what's All Hallows Eve? Is that just another name for Halloween?
No, that's
I
Halloween.
did not look this up. Okay. I
Well,
assumed
I didn't
that
look
was
it up
what
either,
it was.
but we said a lot of this stuff. We went over the origins of Halloween in the previous Halloween, our first Halloween episode. I did re-release it recently, so people can find it within a couple of episodes. Wherever you find this podcast, it's there if you didn't hear it yet. So you can hear, because I see references to Halloween used to be about finding your mate for life, who you're going to marry. And we talked about all the different ways they did that.
Oh my God, I actually remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah. And there were all kinds of weird ways they did it, like through a
Yeah.
candle, there were very strange things they did, and some of them seemed a little dangerous.
Wow.
So, but we did talk about that at length. So if people want to hear that, it's in that episode. It was
Oh, that's
a
so
good episode.
funny.
Yeah. It was fun.
I totally forgot about it until 2 seconds ago.
And we also talked about the real poltergeist, the story that became poltergeist, the real life thing, which was interesting. Had holy water. I love the holy water.
Right, the holy water. Why did they have holy water in their house?
Yeah, why? I still don't know. I guess it was just religious. But it didn't say why. It just said that the ghosts knocked over this holy water. They were like, F you, holy water. Screw you. Silly.
So weird.
I love that. So the ways to celebrate Samhain today. I know I'm going to find the other pronunciation and realize that I said it wrong this whole time. But it did say this. Set up altars for the dead. So that's a lot like Day of the Dead. It's very similar.
Yeah, they are.
With Samhain symbols. Organize feasts. Visit graves of loved ones and explore divinatory. How do you say that word?
I don't know. It sounds right.
Divinatory. Divinatory or divinatory. I don't know.
No, I think it's different. Yeah.
Divinatory. Use these methods like tarot cards. Well, I'm going to say that I do it with my sticks. I do it every day. Wiccans celebrate it as one of the Sabbats of their annual cycle of festivals called Wheel of the Year. Oh, that's interesting. I like that Wheel of the Year. So Samhain and Halloween are not the same holiday, but Halloween is rooted in Samhain. And Samhain became Halloween after the Christians effected major transformations to the Celts' religious practices.
Good Lord.
In 601 AD, Pope Gregory I issued an order to turn pagan holidays into Christian ones rather than wipe them out. So just sort of, it's just whatever.
So you can only have it if you do it our way. Exactly.
Famine in the 1840s forced the Irish to migrate to the United States. One of the traditions they brought with them was Samhain. Samhain evolved into Halloween, which is now one of the main holidays in the U.S. Instead of performing religious rituals, wearing costumes is done to keep harmful spirits at bay. Oh, interesting. In ancient times, animal fur and skin were used as costumes. Since the 1500s, going door to door in disguise called guising was practiced during Samhain. So you see, you have a lot of the same stuff. Trick-or-treating started in the 1940s. It is the act of dressing and sometimes performing in exchange for candy. I've never seen a kid perform. I've never seen a
No,
kid perform. They're not going to do that. They demand the candy or
I
beg for
know.
it.
They barely say please and thank you.
They don't. They just hold their bags out and that's it. It's like a
Right,
demand.
right.
Trick or
Make with the
treating,
candy.
yeah, that's it. Trick or treating used to be called souling because prayers were exchanged for gifts. Oh my God, literally.
Oh my.
That's interesting. Souling. Oh, you vey. Wow. I didn't never knew that one. There have been
I
other
didn't either.
traditions incorporated, other traditions such as apple bobbing and pumpkin carving. And the apple bobbing was definitely one way. The way you picked out that apple was determining your mate. I know that from the
Yes,
thing.
I remember that. By
Yeah.
the way, did I say this the last time? It's gross. You're all sticking your head in the same disgusting water. Ew. So unsanitary.
There was an Agatha Christie book where the kid got murdered that way. They found them drowned in the apple bobbing thing.
Did you tell me this story before? Because
Well,
that
because we
sounds
saw
really
it turned.
familiar.
They turned. Yes, I did because we went to go see the. Well, it's not new anymore, but the most recent Hercule Poirot movie with what's his name? You know.
That was the laundromat incident. Is that when that was?
Yeah, yes, it was. We can't. We're not going to talk about that.
I know, but oh my God.
All right.
I
Well,
wish we
now that you
could,
brought
because
it up,
that,
all right, we might as well because now you said it, and I don't like to leave things for people not to know. Well, we went with somebody else that walks very slowly, and we were going to see this movie. What's the name of the movie?
I don't
I don't
remember.
know, but it was a
Whatever that
Hercule
last,
a
yeah, the
Kenneth
last
Branagh.
Agatha Christie. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Kenneth Branagh was Hercule Poirot. It was actually a very good movie, but they
It was
redid
a
it.
good
It
movie,
really
yeah.
was. But they changed it completely because a kid did die, a girl died, but it had nothing to do with the apple bobbing. You know, it was totally different. But the original story is called Halloween Party, and the kid is drowned in the apples. It's very upsetting, actually. Now think about it. So we parked in the back of this really gross movie theater. It was like old, yucky movie theater, right? And we walked through a laundromat. But I don't think they want you to walk through the laundromat, and it wouldn't have been so
No,
bad. But our friend walks really slow, so we were like,
sorry.
and then it got really bad because we had recently seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, which takes place in a laundromat, right? I didn't know. That's all I said. I said because it looked just like the laundromat in Everything Everywhere All at Once. I did not know that Asian people also owned this laundromat that we were walking through. And I only knew it when they turned and looked at me with utter contempt, like in slow motion, two very angry Asian people. But I did not know. I did not say it because they were Asian. I said it because it looked like the laundromat and Everything Everywhere All at Once. And
Oh
if
my
looks
God.
could kill, I would have been dead right there. Dead. And
Guys,
then we
it
had to
was
walk.
so funny.
And then we had to walk so slow. So slow. And
So
then
awkward.
we finally crept out of there. She was still coming, and we were like dying
We
laughing
just
in the
left
street.
her in there.
No, we were. She was almost out. She was almost out. But
Listen, I
I
didn't care where she was. I was out.
honestly, it's not because they were Asian, but they did look like the people from the movie. Like they look like the husband and wife.
It was one of those moments that, it just happened and it just,
And as you said, they probably hear that all day long about that movie, right? The comparison. But I really only meant it because I obviously wouldn't say that.
right.
You
No,
would. I would think it. I'm not gonna lie. I would probably think it because not because it's nothing to do with racism. It just is because they are remarkably similar to that movie. I mean, what am I gonna do?
it was just one of
Right?
those, like,
Am I
you
wrong?
say something. No,
I'm
you
not
say
racist. It's
something.
nothing.
No,
It's
not at
nothing. It's
all. It was just an unfortunate
oh my
moment
god. It
when
just
you
looked
say
exactly
something,
like that.
right. When you say something and you don't mean it, it's
They
misinterpreted
both
because the
they were in
person
there, but
doesn't
they're
know.
no, because they were turned away from us anyway. We couldn't see them. They were all the way in the front, and we were in the back, and it looked like there was nobody in the place. But I said it because the place was empty. My voice was very, and you might have noticed I'm pretty loud. And like, boom, she turned around first. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then
That
he
because,
turned around and he just looked like, I am going to kill you. Like, I'm like, oh
right,
my God. I wanted
because
to say,
they had no idea what you were saying, and on their end, I would feel the same way because it sounded terrible if you didn't
yeah.
know.
But then they had to, if they thought about it, they must have known I didn't see them because they were turned away from us.
They probably had no idea.
They didn't.
They
They
just
were just
heard.
triggered. They were just triggered because they probably, like, I mean, what are the odds that someone's going to make a movie of Asian people in a laundromat turning into this huge thing, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like that would be like,
It's really funny.
us.
I
It would
wish,
be like someone making a
yeah,
movie like about us. You know what I mean? Like it's odd.
there's a Modern Family clip like that where Cameron says something about like brown people. Like Gloria walks up just at that moment, and he's not talking
God.
about her, but it
Right.
sounds to her
Yeah.
like that's what
Yeah.
he's talking about. And it's really funny
Yeah.
because it happens, like you say stuff,
Yeah.
and people don't know the
Right.
conversation and they
Right.
misinterpret, and it just sounds
I
awful.
know.
I have to tell you though,
That show is very good for that kind of stuff.
yes, I laughed so hard when this whole thing happened because even before it, it was one of those nights where everything is just kind of silly. With the Greek place, that
Oh
was the
my
night we went
God.
to the Greek place. Like everything, it just,
We wanted Thai food, but it was closed, so we had to go to the Greek place.
yes. But the
So and then
lady,
we're like, let's have Greek. Well, our friend said she'd never had Greek food. We're like, really? She goes, well, I
yeah.
don't know. I don't eat lamb. I don't eat lamb. She knows we don't. Neither of us eat meat. Believe me, we don't eat lamb either.
No, it was just kind of silly. And I was like, who hasn't eaten Greek food? Like, who's an adult who hasn't eaten Greek food? But I guess there are people that
I mean,
haven't, but
but it's so funny that she just assumed that it was all with
that
lamb.
was all
I'm like,
lamb.
why would?
I don't know.
Well, that reminds me of my big fat Greek wedding when they get introduced to Ian, the boyfriend, the fiance, and they're all so Greek, and the aunt's like, "Oh, I'm going to make this feast," and da da da. So, so the girl goes, "He doesn't eat meat." She goes, "What do you mean he don't eat meat?" Like she's like, and then she's like so outraged, and she goes, "But that's okay, that's okay. I make lamb."
I don't know about you. I'm assuming this happened to you. It happens to you too. That has happened to me, not on that level, but
Yeah,
I don't know what it is people don't understand about not eating meat. I have been offered
they
turkey
start with
burgers. I've been offered
yeah,
hot dogs. I'm like, what?
doesn't count at all.
What are you not
Yeah.
understanding?
I don't know.
Whatever.
People are odd. I go into restaurants to pick up the food, and they look at me like, confirm the order. I go, I'm not going to eat your birds. I haven't eaten birds in 15 years at least. They look at me like, what?
People don't get it. Even now, I mean, it's weird, but whatever.
It is better. It is
Oh, it's
better than it was. Yeah.
much better than it used to be. My God.
I wanted to try. There's this one restaurant in Island Park. It's called Austin Chicken, and they make these interesting burgers, very gourmet sounding. I don't know if it's gourmet is the right word, I guess, but just funky combinations of burgers. And I'm like, would you consider getting an impossible version so I could try it? And they're like, no, no,
We're only serving dead
because
bird here, lady.
my town is not into. Well, in this case, it's dead cow.
Oh, cows.
And then there's a place called Moo Burger, and they have a sign that says "cow lover" in their window. I'm like, you are not a cow lover because if you were
No.
a cow lover, you wouldn't kill the cows. You're the opposite of a cow lover.
Yeah. I,
It's ridiculous, right?
yeah,
Am I
people
wrong?
are. No, you are not. It's weird though, because most
So many
places
murderous
will have,
places.
yeah, but most places will have an option,
Yeah, not
like
no.
even
This
Shake
is
Shack,
Island
it's
Park though.
gross, but yeah, I guess
They do. Oh,
whatever.
did you have that? They have the mushroom thing, right?
It was
It's a mushroom
so
burger.
gross. I've
What
only
is
had
it?
it
Just
once.
like is it the top of a portobello mushroom? Is that what it is?
It was, yeah, I think so, but there was all this. I don't know if it was cheese or sauce, but it was so gross. Yeah, I
Well,
was
they
like, I
really
will
they throw.
never go there
I've
again.
never had Shake Shack. People love it, and I don't quite know why. But
Yeah, I
they,
don't.
but like, there's so much gunk thrown onto these things. It looks horrible. It just
Yeah,
looks like way too much has gone on these things. Like it's like, what is
it
it? And
was
they look soggy
really,
too. Like they look,
yeah, it
yeah,
was not good. And you know what? I am such a baby. I'm such a little bitch sometimes. If I go to a restaurant and I have to find a seat and you give me something that I have to come and
yeah.
pick my food up, I'm like, I'm at a restaurant. The point of going to a restaurant is to sit and have some food brought to you. If I have to
Well,
work at it, I'm out. I have no
I
interest
don't know
in
where
that.
you went. Like it depends on the Shake Shack because the one here they do bring you the food. They give you a number and then they bring you your food.
I got this, one of those things that flashes or whatever.
Oh yeah, no. I don't I've heard yeah, maybe you told me this story, but here they do bring it to the people. So or maybe that was a
I
long
went
time
to
ago
the
and there was
one,
so much negative
yeah,
feedback.
it was. It was very early
Yeah.
on
Yeah, so
because
they
it was in
probably
like
changed
Garden
their
City
ways.
or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, it was by that Trader
Well,
Joe's.
they've changed their ways because I think they probably had too many complaints. Now they bring it to them.
Yeah, I was like, don't give me a
They put a
thing
number on
that,
the table.
yeah, no. Even that annoys me. Listen, I just, if
I
I
don't
have
know,
to
but the
order
fries there are so.
separately and go somewhere else, I'm out.
Oh my
And I
God, that's
know,
silly.
I
Come on,
know. I said I
you're
was
being
being a
silly.
little bitch about it, but that's how I feel. I don't
If
like
they
it.
bring it to you, I don't like all those hairnets they wear. They put them on their beards. Like it's really creepy.
It
This
is.
beard they're wearing hairnets all over themselves. This guy that has a guy with a lot of hair, he's got like three different hairnets.
I hate when they have, it's just like a winter hat. If it doesn't cover what it's supposed to cover, I don't understand why you're bothering. You know when they wear the hairnet,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
just on top of their head? I'm like, but all
Yeah,
this hair is hanging out.
yeah.
What is the point?
Oh no, they're wearing multiple hairnets in Shake Shack. They are
Right.
making sure that
That's
it's covered to the most
overkill.
absurd.
I
Yeah,
agree.
but the
If you
guy's
put
got
it
it
over your
across his
beard, that's
face.
weird.
Like
Yeah.
it's so
It's,
weird. Just yeah, just shave, just groom a little bit more, maybe. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
strange, but and the last thing I'm going to say about Shake Shack is their fries look horrible. They look like those cheap fries you get in the frozen bag, those crinkle cuts. I don't want the
Yeah.
crinkle cuts. I'm not about the crinkle cuts. I don't want that. No, they look cheesy. No,
Mine
they're
crinkle
right up there
cuts,
with the
but
sailor
they
biscuits,
have
and
to be,
no.
crinkle cut has to be like overcooked. Like otherwise they're just these pale.
Right. Correct. And that Shake Shack that they are not overcooked. I guess you could ask for that maybe, but I don't
It
know.
doesn't matter. I'm
It's
never
to me.
going there
I'm
again.
st-
I didn't
well, I
like
go in
it.
there all the time, but I don't eat it.
Well, yeah.
No, it's so popular. I'm going to say that might be the most popular delivery place like that I because I
Really?
always wind up in there. Yeah,
I don't know.
very popular.
People are eating
It's
out a
more
lot.
popular than McDonald's.
Uh,
Yeah, but the tips are going down, down, down. Let me tell you, I'm doing moving out of that area. I'm going to just. I started a TikTok shop. If you're on TikTok, go check out my TikTok shop. I'm selling my signed books. I make gift packages. Go check it out. Selene Castrovilla on TikTok, and I'm also going to open my own direct store. I don't know when, but I'm gonna do that on my website. I have a free Shopify account, like $1 a month but I don't know if I want it to be Shopify. I might do. There's other options for, like there's several options to do direct sales these days. Now it's hard to do direct sales on my books like Revolutionary Friends and all those because I make very little on that. But certain other books I can do it with. So we'll see. But I'm going to be more of an entrepreneur with myself and move away from all this delivery stuff that really gets
good
me
for
nowhere.
you.
I don't get treated well. I get treated like a workhorse, and I'm sorry, but I'm not a work. Nobody should be treated. Not just me. Nobody should be treated like the way they treat us.
Oh,
No.
I agree.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much over it. And I will say I don't like. I'm gonna knock on wood. My writing career is going really well. Oh, I knocked on the wood, and the dog
That's
thought
great.
somebody was at the door.
By the way, just
It's
for people
mommy.
who order
It's mommy.
food, if you can afford
Yeah.
to pay somebody to bring you McDonald's, you can afford a good tip. There's no excuse.
As I've said before, but maybe different people are hearing this. You guys think that we get part of the astronomical money that you pay in the fees for all these whatever food
Yeah.
service you're
No.
using. We do not get, we get probably $1 at the most $2 for each order. And no matter how far it is, okay? The only time that we'll ever get more is if nobody's taken the order and they have to amp it up to try to get us to go. But by then your food is cold, people. Okay, your food is cold. And if you're gonna tip, if you go to a restaurant, that person, I'm not trying to insult waiters, but they're not using their own car, their gas. They're getting, maybe getting a shitty salary, but they're probably getting something. I'm saying they deserve the tip you give them, but I am spending more money and more time than they are. And I get people think nothing of giving $1 or $2 tip. And so they want you to do this thing. And if someone gives me $1 tip, so I'm getting $3, it could be an hour. Well, I wouldn't do an hour drive anymore. I refuse these things, and we're being punished for it's a whole thing. But say I do a trip for 20 minutes. So I've made $3 in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So that means if I do that 3 times in an hour, that's $9 an hour. Seriously, folks? Seriously, $9 an hour is okay? And there's
no, that's not even minimum wage.
You know how right, and but they don't. This we're not covered by any of that because we're independent contractors. It's a loophole, right? It's a loophole. But yet they're now forcing us to accept things in order to get they dangle the better orders. Meanwhile, the better orders aren't even that great, So
that's
the whole
terrible.
thing, I'm walking away as soon as I can. I'm doing very well. I just signed a contract for a new book. I'm quite excited about it, and I got a really nice advance. And I am moving away from that and going, but I will say, no matter who delivers your food, treat them well because they've worked hard to get it to you. And
of course.
And they're not getting compensated by the company. Yeah. And I know those companies are charging you a fortune, and I'm not saying
they are,
but it doesn't. But we are equally being victimized as you. So if you're going to use that company, please treat us with respect.
Oh yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
I agree.
So anyway, that goes as a horror story for Halloween adjacent. The horrors of getting paid for deliveries.
I've got a little visitor. Say hi, Baxter.
Oh, hi, Baxter. What a cutie.
Say hi. This is my little lovey.
All right.
He's out.
Dog left to go out. Dog went to go make sure nobody was at that door.
That's right. It's I'm going to protect this house.
That's right. He's good. So I'm going back now to what is it called? Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead has 4 elements and symbolism. They build altars, which are called ofrendas, ofrendas. They build them in either homes or cemeteries, and they put photos, candles, flowers, and the favorite foods or objects of deceased loved ones. And the idea is to welcome the spirits back. The ofrendas often include water to quench the spirit's thirst. That's nice. Wind. How do you put wind? Wait a minute.
I don't
know how they put wind in it.
Maybe you bring a fan.
Maybe. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, how else are you going to have wind?
Wait, no, it says represented by papel, picado. What does that mean? Oh, papel picado. I guess it cut paper. It says papel picado or cut paper, but I think it means that those words mean cut paper. Papel picado.
Yeah, because in French it's papier.
Papier.
Right?
Papier, yeah.
Yeah, like paper mache.
Yes, it is. I know
right.
that.
Yeah.
I know. Well, wait a minute. Picado, doesn't that sound like something you're going to eat? Right?
Yeah, because
Pico de gallo or picada, lamb, something picada, some sort of picada, right?
Chicken picada, maybe?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Something, right?
Who cares?
Anyway, it's cut paper, but I think a fan would be better, just saying. But they put cut paper for wind. I don't know how that means wind. Okay, but earth. Oh, do they have fire? Earth, wind, and fire.
I was just thinking
earth,
that.
Food and bread. They do have fire. Oh my God, it's so funny.
Yeah.
The earth is food and bread, and fire is candles. Wow, you're gonna have a whole concert in there. Do you remember?
Remember?
The fire?
Yes.
Is that?
It is. Yeah.
Right, I got it right. It's a miracle.
Because my granddaughter likes disco. So
nice.
Whenever I put disco into YouTube, that is the first song that comes up.
Does she like that song?
Yes, she does. She dances. It's very cute. Yeah.
That's adorable. That's adorable. Marigold flowers. Why do I feel compelled to read the thing I cannot read? I don't know. But I
I
do.
don't know. This whole
Anyway,
episode,
there
you've been reading these things.
I've been, I know. I don't know. I'm just
It's an episode of hard words.
It's an episode of me trying to pronounce things I know that I'm going to fail at and still doing it. I don't know what has happened to me.
Listen, I have never heard of any of these things.
Well, marigold flowers, otherwise known as that other thing, are used to guide spirits with their scent. That's interesting.
That is.
And then they have, remember, the brightly colored skulls. They call them sugar skulls, calaveras.
Yeah. The ones that you
Names
see all the
inscribed
time.
or placed on altars. Yeah, but look at this. They put names on them. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. Also, people write calaveras literarias, playful or satirical poems about death, sometimes poking fun at the living or historical figures. That sounds interesting. I could do that. In many towns, cemeteries come alive at night. Families clean and decorate graves, play music, dance, and share meals. In Mexico City, there are parades, skeleton dancers, and huge public displays. In Toluca, Mexico, the Afenique Fair is a tradition where vendors sell sugar skulls and holiday sweets leading up to Dia de los Muertos. The word Alfenique comes from Arabic pastry traditions. Interesting. This I saw a few times. Monarch butterflies. They arrive in Mexico in early November, and they're thought by some to bear the spirits of the dead returning home.
I have heard that about butterflies.
To the holiday. Yeah.
Yes, I've heard that about
nice.
Butterflies.
I like that. Oh my God, I had a nightmare with butterflies once. Is there anything I don't have a nightmare experience with? That's what
Holy shit.
We were in Texas. We were right outside San Antonio, and we were driving on a road, and all of a sudden, there were friggin' butterflies everywhere, and they were smashing into our windshield. And I'm like, I don't want to kill the butterflies, but there's no way around these guys. They were freaking everywhere. It's like they were committing harry-carry.
This was a dream?
No, this was a real nightmare. It was in real life. It happened.
I thought you meant it was a dream nightmare.
No, I meant I have real nightmares associated with a lot of things. That's what real life nightmares. Real.
But yes, okay. I did not understand.
Michael was there. He was probably 4, and I hope he doesn't remember, because if he remembers, he saw a lot of dead butterflies. I mean, we were driving, and they came out of nowhere and were like surrounding us. We couldn't. What were we gonna do?
You can't do anything.
I don't know why they did that.
I don't know.
I think they were swarming like mating or something. I don't know. Somebody said something about mating. I don't know, because they do act. These things act crazy when they're mating. Like, kind of like people act crazy when they're mating. You know what I mean? I don't know if we definitely killed any, but it certainly seemed like we did. I mean, you're driving through them. Hopefully they're just like bouncing off the windows and go, I don't know. We did what we could.
Yeah, listen. What else are you going to do? I think it's okay.
Nothing. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely okay, because there's nothing I can do about it. But I thought, who has these experiences? It's crazy.
That is
and
crazy.
They don't live that long. Anyway, butterflies die so fast. It's really sad. I wrote about that in my book, Melt, like how they go through all that trouble of morphing from caterpillar, this and that. And they live for like, I don't know, like 2 weeks or something. It's sad.
Well, that's depressing.
Sorry. But, well, she says it in Melt because she's sad at that moment. So she says
yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Sorry. Read Melt for some more uplifting. You'll hear all about the Wicked Witch and her bucket of water. That's fun. I still don't believe that somebody would keep a bucket of water when they know that could be.
I know.
But okay. She questions that in Melt also. She's like, why did she keep this bucket of water there?
That's true.
So, celebration of life. They do a celebration of life, not death. Unlike Western horror tropes, Dia de los Muertos treats death as a part of the life cycle. The tone is celebratory, affectionate, and filled with humor, memories, and community. I like that. I like that a lot. And then they talk about All Saints' Day. In Western Christian tradition, this day, also called All Hallows' Day or Hallowmas, commemorates all saints, known and unknown. How do you not know them?
I saw that, and I was like, what?
Well, someone has to know them, or they wouldn't be a saint. Someone named them a saint, but especially martyrs. But yeah, I get that. The day following. Okay, so here, All Saints' Day is November 1st. All Souls' Day is November 2nd. And that's the day for praying, of course, and remembering all the faithful departed, those who have died. The faithful departed. Screw the people that weren't faithful. You don't pray
That's
for them.
right.
They're
Nope.
worthless. Yes.
They're on their own.
Together with All Hallows Eve. So All Hallows Eve is the 31st. And all together they form, have you heard of this? All Hallow Tide.
No.
Did you know that?
Never.
That sounds like the Tide truck is going to come and put your laundry in, right? The Tide truck?
Yes.
That sounds like they're going to come over and wash one load for you, and that's it, and leave you alone. Yes, that did happen to us after.
I was just going to say.
The truck came. When we had nothing. We couldn't get our act together to bring laundry. They rolled in. It's just like PR. They look good, right? And they leave before we could even get it together to bring them any laundry. You could only have one load anyway. Well, thanks for literally nothing. PR. Then 7-Eleven had a slushy truck because all our homes were destroyed. It was freezing and we didn't have any heat. So slushies are good. Thank you.
Yeah, really.
At least have coffee, people. No. It was fun.
No.
It was a great time.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was really fun. So then the church established a feast for all martyrs. So this was originally in May. This is the one that says that they moved it from May to November. Initially, it was May 13th, but they later shifted and expanded so that it included All Saints. And the November 1st date was solidified under Pope Gregory the 4th. Oh, the other guy was Pope Gregory the 1st. Wow. Got a lot of these Pope Gregories are really got their noses into these holidays, making them Christians,
That's right.
you know?
Of course.
Yeah, this is what we're going to do, bitches. No more pagans, no more anything. This is it. You're going to be Christian or F you.
That's right.
So the irony is they have similar things. In many Christian communities, people visit cemeteries to clean graves, light candles, and place flowers or wreaths. In some cultures, All Saints' Day is a public holiday with mass and processions. Now, in Guatemala, families eat flambre, a cold meat vegetable salad, and fly kites to unite the living and the dead. Oh, I like the kite flying thing. That's nice. In the Philippines, Undas or Todos los Santos sees people visit tombs, pray, and bring offerings. Cemetery reunions are common. Oh, so like a family reunion, but in a cemetery. Okay, here's the other pronunciation of Samhain, which makes me sound like an ass if it's right, and I said the other way all wrong. Are you ready? The other pronunciation is Sowin or Sowin. Sowin. S-O-W is sow, right? Like a sow?
Yeah.
Okay, so Samhain. Samhain. That is the way I have heard it in the past, not Samhain. Take it as you will. I like Samhain because it's like Halloween, but I believe that Samhain, judging by the past, how I've heard it. And there's actually a publisher. That's really good grammar. There's a publisher called Samhain, and they do pronounce it Samhain. So I think that that's probably the proper way.
It sounds kind of like,
about all
yeah.
the previous.
There's a character in Lord of the Rings that sounds like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Well,
Sauron.
what am I going to do? So that was a Gaelic festival. The Celts believed that the veil between the living and the spirit world was thin, allowing ghosts and spirits to cross over. And they had bonfires and sacred fires. Communities extinguished hearth fires and relit them from a sacred communal bonfire, symbolizing purification, protection, and unity. And then to ward off or confuse malevolent spirits, I finally learned how to say malevolent. To ward off or confuse malevolent spirits, people wore costumes, animal skins, and disguises, and traveled door to door, sometimes performing songs or verses and returning for food. And this was the origin of trick-or-treating. And then there was that praying, but I guess that wasn't part of this. That must have been the Christian part, because these people didn't do that. That must be the Christianization of it, when it had the soul. The souling must have been the Christianization of it, right? This. I do like the name Souling, though. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Souling, take me away. Yes, a free concert by me. You're welcome.
Nice.
Divination and mysticism. Now, Samhain, I remember it had to say it was also a time for foretelling the future. And we did all this. If you want to hear about the future and the finding out about your partners, listen to our other episode, which is very good if I say so myself. And as oh my God, as Christianity spread, the church overlaid new observances. October 31st became All Hallows Eve. November 1st became All Saints Day. And November 2nd, All Saints Day. All Souls Day. Many pagan elements persisted and emerged. And then the Halloween traditions as we know them, the trick-or-treating, jack-o'-lanterns, and costumes were popularized in the U.S. in the 19th and 20th centuries, influenced by Irish and Scottish immigrants and later by commercial forces. That would be the key to it all, keeping going, wouldn't it? Commercial forces. The people that make money from all of this. Yeah. I do think it's interesting that, and I'm sure I said this last time, and do you remember what they used to carve before pumpkins?
No. Coconuts? I don't know.
No, but that would be hard. So
I don't know.
Would be necessary.
I don't
That's
know.
a
I'm
lot of
sorry.
carving.
I'm tired and I'm
It's
getting
okay.
hungry. I'm getting hangry.
Okay, we're gonna end. But they turnips. They carved turnips, and they looked a lot scarier.
Yeah, I would
And then
imagine they do.
pumpkin took over because they were easier to carve. So Halloween and its precursor rituals often revolve around the tension between life and death, light and darkness, harvest and decay. Fitting symbolism for your themes of trauma, growth, and rebirth. I like that. Let's end on that. All right? Nice, right? I like it. You don't like what you don't like what I said? Rebirth.
No,
I said rebirth.
I know. I heard what you said.
Trauma,
No,
growth.
I'm not. Yeah, I heard you. I'm not unhappy about it.
I thought it was a nice way to end, but you said, "Oh my," like it was a not nice.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so hungry and tired. I'm sorry, everybody.
Okay. All right.
I run out of steam at some point.
So we're done. I understand, and I don't know how we talked so long. I really didn't realize it was this long. I apologize.
No, it's okay. It was very entertaining. And
So.
I just want to end this with you did a really good job. You had very hard words and you did very well. That was a lot of hard words.
It's like you're talking to a fourth grader. You did really well with all those hard words and the spelling
Gold,
bee. Good job.
gold star. I'm giving you an imaginary gold star.
Gold star. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
You got it.
So just like the other thing is not about death, Mexico's Day of the Dead isn't about mourning. It's about remembering joy. It celebrates laughter, love, and the connections that even death can't destroy. I like that.
I like it.
Then I am going to read you. Thank you. There's a poem called Samhain by John Montague, and I'll read you just a little passage from that. Sing a song for the mistress of bones, the player on the black keys, the darker harmonies, light jig of shoe buckles on a coffin lid.
Oh my goodness.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty dark, but it was cool. Yeah.
It was. I liked it though.
I like the Black Keys. The Black Keys, it makes me, isn't there a rock group called the Black Keys?
Yeah, they're really good. I've seen them like twice.
From this poem, the Black
Keys.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Maybe that's where they got the name from, is from this poem. Like, because I never really heard of Black Keys before. And I love the darker harmonies.
I mean, when there's black keys on a piano.
Yeah, but nobody ever talks about them like that. I mean, you know what I mean?
I guess so.
I
never thought about it.
Maybe they got it from there. They always talk about the ivory keys. We always hear about the ivory keys.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. It just occurred to me that maybe
it would be a lot cooler your way.
And then, well, who knows? You know, it's in my mind. That's how it is. All right. So then I just have a couple more. Marcus Tullius Cicero said, "The life of the dead is placed in the memory of the living." And then I'm going to read you one that I know very well. This is a poem, not a poem. This is a quote by Helen Keller that I have inscribed on the back of my charm. I wear a charm of my sons and me, a picture of us together. And on back of it, I have engraved. My son Michael got it for me, but I did tell him what I wanted. It's the picture of us. And then in the back is this quote: "What we have once enjoyed, we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes a part of us." And I think that's great.
Very good. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. And you?
I have a few. My first one is by Unknown. So there you go. And it's
Your
this.
favorite, yes.
Yeah, I know. This celebration is proof that love outlasts lifetimes. About, these celebrations.
Nice. I
And
like
then
that.
this, I
That's
like it.
very nice. I like love outlasts lifetimes. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I know. I went
Yeah.
nice this time. So, well, this one's a little
Nice.
spicy. This is by an author named Bird Nash that I've never heard of or read, but whatever. Be careful what you wish for,
Okay.
especially during the season of the dead. And this
That's true. Yeah.
third one is long, but hang in there with me. It's by Erin Morgenstern, who
Okay.
is also an author, I don't know. And it's said
Okay.
that All Hallows Eve is one of the nights when the veil between the worlds is thin, and whether you believe in such things or not, those roaming spirits probably believe in you, or at least acknowledge your existence, considering that it used to be their own. So
Oh, I like
that's what
that.
I got.
I like
Yeah,
that.
these
Very
people I've
nice.
never heard of were pretty
Profound.
on it. So there you go.
They're on it, baby. All right. So with that, we're both off to eat our dinner. Adieu.
Happy Halloween, bitches.